Welcome to the Rhoda Wilson Show, keeping you informed, entertained and educated. My name is Rhoda Wilson. I'm truly excited about my new series because we've got interesting topics, wonderful guests. We're going to be looking at family, we're going to be looking at health, wealth, the environment, and of course we've got a new segment in my show called The Kitchen. It's all about cooking, and I hope you take away some lovely tips with you to share with your family. I'm delighted today to have here on the couch two lovely guests, Duane and Leona Ogarro. Duane and Leona, welcome to the Rhoda Wilson Show. Duane, let's start with you. I'm sure many of the audience recognize you because you were in X Factor, weren't you?
Yeah, that's right. I just come off the one where Alexandra Burke was the winner and stuff, which was exciting.
Yeah, how does it feel, though? You met Simon Cowell, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. We've got a famous person on the couch, huh?
No, yeah, it was lovely. It was a great experience, just meeting, lovely singers and stuff. And obviously Simon, people kind of tend to be like, oh God, Simon's a bit, scary, but he's just very opinionative, But it was good. Yeah, that is good. How did you feel when you saw your son on the screen?
Well, very proud. I'm always proud whenever I hear him sing and stuff. So it was really nice to see how far he got. Yeah. It was just amazing.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, the reason we're having this particular series is because we're celebrating, I suppose, Mother's Day, because that is very important. And I'm really delighted because you don't often see mom and son. You always see mom and daughter, or you don't often get to hear about people that have a good relationship with their son. So tell us, Leona, what was Duane like then when he was born?
Well,
give us a dirty load. I don't tell us all the nice, but it was the best song because it doesn't look like it to me. I tell you, well, it looks like a right-hand food. This one does. Go on there, tell us. So first of all, you knew he was coming. So what happened? So you got to the hospital.
Got to the hospital. Yeah. And basically, I think it was about 4 hours. 4 hours.
Gosh,
and
4 hours.
Bearing in mind, he was 2 weeks overdue. Yeah.
Gee, yeah. Okay, that's not bad. So we can let you off then.
So it was like 4 hours, and he was there, and basically my first child. Yeah. Just everything. It just meant everything to me. So, first child for 10 years actually, because I got a 13-year-old. Yeah. But yeah, it was like, how can I say it? Growing up, as he's growing up, we just grew up as friends, but still at the same time, he knew I was his mum and he knew the boundaries. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And we just done a lot of things together. I could take him anywhere. My friends, we just done everything together.
But what was it like when he was around 10, 12 as a teen? It's maybe more of a teenager because nowadays, if you look at some of the young boys, I mean, compared to when he was a teenager, a few years ago, you're only 20, what, 1, 2, 2?
23.
No, I tell you, you look good, girl. God, are you going to sound like this? So tell us, what were your fears when he was a teenager? I mean, compared to nowadays, if you look at some of the young black boys on the screen, you get so many negative, I suppose, communication about them. What were your fears when he was growing up? And how did you steer him away from those? Well,
I didn't really, when he was about 12, 13, I didn't really have the fears that I have now as such, because when he was that age, he was always going somewhere. He was always doing something. If it wasn't karate, if it wasn't his youth club, you know what I mean? He was always going somewhere. Yeah. And one of the local policemen, I remember at that age, used to say, one thing about Duane, you always see him walking down the street and you know he's going somewhere because he's always got this bag.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
And so
it's like he's always got this bag, like he's going somewhere. So I didn't have the fears that I had then, because if it wasn't me, it was his dad. We were dropping him there and that. But it's as he's got older, and you're hearing more of what's going, the knife crime, the gun crime, and everything. You're hearing all that. That's where the fear is kicking in. And also, one of our cousins died through being stabbed a year ago. It's the same age as him. So that's where as he's got older, that's where the fears is coming to me.
Duane, what is your relationship like with your mom?
To be honest, I know this is really like, kind of sound a bit like petty and stuff, but to be honest, I have an amazing relationship. Like, I feel like obviously she's the best mum in the world, but I know like, obviously you can say that kind of thing. But I really do. I think it's more so because it's the whole level of understanding. Yeah. And I think that's the thing that breaks down with the relationship with young kids and their, you know, and their parents, because it's like you have to be able to understand your young child and have to understand where your parents are coming from as well in the same sense. And I feel that that's where me and my mum have built up such a strong relationship, because we have that understanding where we both come to a common ground. And I think that nowadays, obviously, I think from years ago, like, it was all about kind of where what the parents are saying, and then you listen as a child kind of thingy. And then now, obviously, young kids are having, you know, kids of their own. It's like, there's no, you know, level of discipline, enforce or nothing, or there's no kind of boundaries, because it's like, well, why am I respecting you in the same sense when you're still learning kind of thing? But where the relationship with my mum is that we both come to this kind of understanding where it's like, okay, well, I would like to do this. And my mum's like, well, at the end of the day, I see this occurring, or this could happen, or whatever. So we come to an understanding where it's like, okay, well, what goes right will go right, and what goes wrong will go wrong. Do you know what I mean? And we come to that kind of meet. But I just, to be honest, it's always been like that, and with even both my parents kind of thing, and it just, the love is always there.
But that is what is important, isn't it? Really loving your child, loving your mom, because I think maybe that is where the problem is. Because if you love people, if you love one another, I think you have that level of respect for each other, and you have compassion. Yeah. So I think maybe the society have kind of, because we've become so individualistic that we've lost that self-respect and loving each other, which is really terrible. But you know, it's sad, very sad. But you have a business together as well. I tell you, these two, more than someone in a business. What is that all about?
Well, what happened? Duane, as I said, he used to go youth club, and then he started teaching the young people dance. Yeah. And he was doing all that, and then he was concentrating on college and stuff like that. So he was getting all different shows, and people were knowing him around the area. So I said, what if I come in and manage?
So what are you doing currently with the business? Because you told me you do dance, you do...
We major in dance. That's kind of our forte. So
what kind of dance?
It's more street dance, contemporary, hip-hop. And basically, that's what we kind of major in. And then we do like other vocal activities as well, like vocal training and stuff, and also drama techniques and stuff, and just build up in performance skills. Yeah. And also give them mental understanding as well about how it is, because I think people tend to go into industry thinking it's all great. You know, it's amazing, and you know, obviously, you know, like yourself as a presenter, like it took a journey, it took a path, and I think, in the same sense, we teach the young people to be as strong as that and know that you have the ability to have that craft and hold it and make it your own.
And stay humble.
Very important, staying humble indeed. What kind of students do you have? I mean, do you have mainly boys, or do you have a mixture of boys and girls? And what kind of age group do you have?
It's quite a mix. It's very, very highly diverse. And I think every year when we get more people in, when we do like auditions, or we kind of see people, we're getting such a diverse in culture and age and stuff like that, which is amazing. It's brilliant. Yeah. We do tend to go from between, I say, 11 to 17 is our more peak age group. But the young kids a lot of them have either been excluded, near enough heading to exclusion, you know, kind of single parent living kind of thing, like financial status, you know,
just disadvantaged backgrounds,
children,
and that but they, you know, they've got the art, it's out there, but they were not able to channel in on it because they couldn't afford what was out there. Yeah, and that.
And in terms of in terms of the training stuff, is it mainly in the evenings, weekends? I mean, can they just go anytime? Can I just turn up with group of kids and say, okay, Duane, Leona, these are the kids, the student, let's get going. So what happened?
we tend to have specific times for the groups.
Okay.
To come, like we have a beginners class. We have two main troops that are the professional troops that do like video assignments and things like that. Yeah. And we have an advance. We have an open class where anyone can come, which you're talking about, which you can come on a Monday. But do you get what I'm saying? We have all different. We work in the weekday. We work in the weekend.
So you're quite flexible, really,
flexible.
with the people that can attend. Because this is very important. I always think that most of the gangs out there, the youth that are out there, that they belong to gangs, if they have something that they can channel, I always think creativity is a good way of channeling your energy. Because once you channel your energy through creativity, you can create something beautiful and something visible that people, or visual rather, that people can see. Because I a number of these youth goes into gang crime because they don't have an alternative. Am I wrong, or do you think they could?
Well, that is true, because I'm a youth worker as well, youth worker and mentor, and you know, I work from say 6:30 till 9:30. Yeah, that's all good. The 3 hours that I'm working with the children, but it's after that. When, do you know what I mean? It's after that time, what they're doing in between, you know, 9:30 and after that. But it's because there's nothing there for them
to do.
There's nothing out there.
Before we continue, I know, I know we're here talking about Mother's Day and also talking about mothers and son relationship, but before we continue having some lovely discussion, we're going to take a quick break. So please do not go away.